had endocarditis, which is vegetation that was growing in my heart valve. It was literally MRSA and staph growing in my heart valve, breaking off and going into my lungs and flying around, and I thought I had pneumonia or COVID. It was from the dirty things that I did. I was told that if I did not do the antibiotics for 6 weeks and I had to stay in the hospital, that I would die. 5 times I took that PICC line that was 44 inches into my body out and left. And they looked at me and said, "You're going to die," numbing what I had become, numbing the realization of the people that I had hurt. I was told at Vail a couple years later, because I had relapsed after that, they wanted to do a heart valve transplant. Thankfully, they didn't have to. The antibiotics worked, but I was told a couple years later, after I had relapsed, that I had congestive heart failure. They ran a bunch of tests, held me there for days. I was projectile vomiting, double vision, couldn't look down and see my own body, that I could live with it if I lived a clean life. What to do? I left that hospital and I kept doing what I was doing. I went to the cardiologist not long ago. They done a bunch of tests, told me they see no signs of congestive heart failure, no signs of damage to my heart. I want that to sink in. I was on the brink of death. I should not be sitting here. I've broken every commandment in that Bible, every one. I really don't know what it took me, but I do know that Jesus was knocking at my heart's door since I've been a little girl. That gnawing feeling, that depressive feeling, that feeling of there's something in the back of my mind and soul that is eating at me, but I can't quite put my finger on it. That's Jesus knocking at your door. When you just surrender and give into it, the peace that passeth all understanding, that keeps our hearts and minds through Christ Jesus, can happen for you. I've been off antidepressants for over a year now. He has completely taken my depression, my want for drugs, my want for alcohol. I have held drugs in my hand. I threw them away, and I was a user for years. I could not have said no then, not without him. If he's knocking at your door, if you feel that depressed ache in your soul, that's God telling you that you need him. If you just give him a chance, you don't have to have any more pain. I'm not going to say that life isn't going to be hard and trying at times, but as a follower of Jesus, I know the end, and it's already done. No amount of drug, no amount of anything can fill that void besides God. Miracles are going to happen in your life.